My name is Bailey Sinclair. I am a flight nurse with STARS Air Ambulance in Saskatoon. STARS is a non-profit organization here in Alberta, Saskatchewan, and Manitoba. The goal of the company is to provide critical care anywhere to the people of our provinces.
My name is Nathan Bartsch, and I'm an aircraft maintenance engineer for STARS Air Ambulance.
My name is Jerson Paez. I'm a helicopters pilot in STARS. As a helicopter pilot, my job here is to conduct the helicopter and fly it in a safely manner, just to keep the doctors, the nurses, and the patient that are flying in the back with us well handled, and we are taking them to the place where the people need our help.
You know, we need to safely maintain a fleet of helicopters and follow the company policies, procedures.
I work amongst a multidisciplinary team, so I work very closely with a critical care paramedic. I work with a transport physician who works mostly remotely, and 2 pilots. Typically, we would respond to 2 different kinds of calls. So the first would be a scene call, so that might be something like a car accident or landing in a farmyard, where we get the patient from the scene and transport them into a tertiary care center. The other kind of call we do would be an interfacility call. So we go to a rural hospital for somebody who's critically ill, and we will bring them back to a tertiary center where they can receive a higher level of care.
A typical work day for me as a pilot is we show up here in the hangar about 6:15 to get ready, then review paperwork, review the weather conditions, and at 7 we start officially our shift. It's a 12-hour shift, and we do a briefing with all the crew that we are going to fly today, review the mechanical status of the helicopter, again the weather, and our condition also as pilots, as a persons, and for the other crew members, to see if they are fit to work.
I show up for a morning meeting, talk about the day, the plan, safety briefing, and after that we're basically straight into maintenance. Not every day is the same, obviously. Some days are filled with 10 hours of maintenance. Other days you'll be doing more planning, and yeah, so it's about 50% hands-on, I'd say, and 50% paperwork. We're documenting everything we do.
Every day here at STARS is different, and I think that's one of the things I love about it the most. A typical workday would probably begin with us going down to the hangar. We would check over the helicopter, check over equipment, make sure everything's working, make sure everything's there. After that, we wait for a call to come in. So some days we might do no calls, some days we might do 3 calls. It's just dependent on the day. If we're not doing calls, there's lots of stuff to do around the hangar, like continuing education or training or things like that.
So I went to school to college in Calgary, Alberta at SIEC, and it was 2 years of full-time schooling. After I completed that, I got a job in Northern Canada, and it was 2 more years of full-time employment, followed by factory training courses. Usually they'd be held down in the United States someplace. Factory engine courses, then of course some Transport Canada exams, more company exams, until finally I would get my engineering license with Aircraft Certification Authority for the company that I was working with. And that would allow me to sign off maintenance on their aircraft.
So we are ATPL pilots, rated and certificate with instrument rating, so we can fly nighttime and instrument fly rules as all the fixed wing from Air Canada, WestJet, and we also have NVG, night vision goggles, and we use those goggles to fly in night condition to give us the extra possibility to land in anywhere, in any place, in nighttime.
My training for this role, so I took my Bachelor of Science in Nursing through the University of Saskatchewan. I've also taken my critical care course through Saskatchewan Polytechnic. And then once you get hired in this job too, there's a lot of job-specific training. It's called STARS Critical Care Academy, and it's a 20-week program that you must take before working for the company. So a lot of job-specific training in that role. You definitely need to be adaptable and flexible, as we don't know what a day might look like. We don't know where we're going, what kind of call, if it's a child, if it's an adult, we have no idea. So you definitely need to be flexible. You also need to be a good team player and work well in a team. We work in a very small multidisciplinary team, and you have to work well with your partners to be successful in this job.
There is a lot of teamwork involved because we are two pilots in the front. We are different worlds, but we have to learn how to match those two worlds and those two backgrounds to work together. Also, we have to work with the people in the back, the AMC, air medical crew, with the nurse and the paramedic. And they are also part of the decision making on board. So if we are flying, approaching to some scene call on nighttime with the goggles, if they see something that is not, looks bad, like a wire, some obstacle that can be dangerous for us, they are always communicating with us. They are talking with us. And we, if they said wire, we just abort the landing and no question asked. We just abort the landing, make a circle, what happened? We talk with the crew. So we have to learn how to listen.
You'd have to have a high level of integrity. Everything you do is very detailed, and you just need to be accountable for pretty much absolutely everything you touch on a day-to-day basis. Everything's documented. You need to have an eye for detail. You need to have excellent communication skills. You should be very strong.
I love everything about my work. My favorite part is that we are able to help those where and when they need it in our province. So I think that's the coolest part about our job. I love the variety that we get in this job, and I love the skilled and intelligent people I get to work with.
I really enjoy working with stars. One of the reasons why I came here is the consistency of my work. And it's not very often as an aircraft maintenance engineer you get to sleep in your own bed consistently. You're often traveling with the helicopter to various locations, and so STARS allows me to have a nice work-life balance.
What do I love about my work? I love the technology. I love the aviation. I love to fly. But at the same time, doing that, we can help people, helping the community. We are saving lives. So that's the most important part, because when we are young, we are trying to help ourselves, help me. What do I want? What do I need? Now, when we are getting mature, let's call it older, when you are getting mature, you learn that that's not enough. You feel more human, more person when you are helping someone.
I would say you'd want to keep an open mind. You know, the career is quite challenging, but if you're up for a challenge and if you love adventure, you love constantly learning, if you enjoy the technical aspect of things, I think you'd really enjoy aircraft maintenance engineering.
You're never too early to start building that experience. Start as young as you can, get a variety of experiences, work in multiple places. You're never too young to start searching for your dream job and working towards it. You never know when you might get it.
So my advice is study, learn, try to figure it out, and the most important thing that I said because I was an instructor, to my students, always the word why, and be a good person. That's the important thing. Be a good person. Wear the shoes of the other person. Be nice.
Enjoy the adventure, and have as much fun as you can.